You say she's King and Clarence? Clarence and Dundas? Okay. Okay. Yep, I'm familiar with her. We'll take a walk that way and see if we can locate her.
I wonder if she even has residence right now.
Foot patrol.
If it's someone new hanging around with people we have more dealings with, and like they stand out pretty well because most of the faces down here. Because like for example, in a month's time we work 21 shifts, so we're down here 10 hours a day for 21 of the 30 days.
It takes no time at all to have a young person who is new to the streets to become entrenched in street culture. So we must break that pattern before it actually becomes a habit.
Violence, it determines the pecking order of the way, people live on the streets. It's if you're not willing and if you don't step up and, beat someone up, kick their ass, then you're labeled as, this lower being who everyone's going to take advantage of you because they know you're not going to step up and fight them.
I could be walking in the street and then next thing you know, I've got some guy in my face. I've had knives pulled on me. I've had my life threatened. I've been beaten so bad that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Does a young person who is homeless and in need of shelter and in need of education and employment deserve to be in jail? They belong in a place where there is an opportunity. That's not the police. We're not an opportunity. We're an end result.
Sometimes that stuff does come out, what's gone on, and that they've been robbed or they've been stolen of this or, everything else. But there's a lot of stuff that we don't even ever find out about because they don't want to involve us necessarily either.
Yeah, and they seem to be targeted more or taken advantage of.
A lot of men were preying after me, like they were after me. And you are faced with that kind of behavior, and you don't know if you're going to be attacked or live through that attack. Like that is always on your mind.
So when we think about human trafficking and predators who are preying on those that are vulnerable, our young people are at such risk.
You think that, no, that can't be occurring in our town, and human trafficking doesn't exist here. Not only does it exist, it flourishes. All day, you're living in a state or a perpetual state of risk.
She's right, not her right there.
Oh yeah, that's her. Okay, what's going on?
This is a waste of time, energy, and taxpayers' dollars.
What is?
Do you have a place to stay right now?
Do you have a place that you're living right now? We want to help you today.
You know why?
You got to listen to us, okay? We're trying to listen to you. We want you to listen to us.
Is this your bag? I just don't want somebody to grab that bag on their way by.
We want to help you, right?
What are they going to do? They do nothing. They're not going to fight this.
Okay. If there's something we can help you with, we'll probably see you around and let us know, okay?
Because you're too afraid.
Okay. But it's not easy for police to go into those scenarios, especially for downtown officers, to go in those scenarios and just end up having to walk away. We still have the authority to apprehend someone under the Mental Health Act, but that's in a lot of our mindsets nowadays, that's the last resort.
We're that first line of maybe potential intervention on a day like today.
Yeah.
So you have a young person on the street who's homeless, who's perhaps has some mental wellness issues, addiction issues, meets up with a community foot patrol officer, develops a relationship, and then we can walk them through to YOU.
How can I go up to them and pretend like I've known them for years and I know all their problems and all their issues, and now, today I can solve that? I can try to help them today, though. I'll definitely try that.
But we don't know how how tough it is in their life to deal with the problems and challenges they have. We really don't know.
I don't know how I would have ever survived what some of these young people experience, but they do it, and they do it with gumption, and they do it with such courage.
I mean, if you're sleeping on the streets, you don't know if you're going to live to the next morning. Whereas if you have a shelter over you, you're going to be okay.
Our engagement with the youth should be about getting them to that door, getting them through that door, and supporting them and encouraging them to remain in that door. Beyond that, YLU is the experts, and we want the youth to have the supports of the experts, not of the police. In fact, if they don't need us and if we're not required, in my opinion, that's better for the youth.